Hi everyone! I'm here with Lucifer, who is begrudgingly wearing these amazing ears that were made by Pans. And I will be diarising for you in a slightly different angle from before. So behind me we have a shelf of CDs, manga, and also a drum that my bestafar, or my Norwegian grandfather, brought back from Tanzania. This was quite a few years ago now. And then also a plate that my Vestermore, or my Norwegian grandmother, painted as well. So slightly different angle. Give you a bit of, a tour of the little corner, and then on we go with the third day. So this was on our actual anniversary, and these were the ears that you wore in the morning. These are the ones that I wore, and then these are the Peter Pan ones that Pan's wore. So I was in. Well, we put these on later on for when the hottest part of the day sort of had passed. But before that, I was wearing my Maleficent hat to keep myself out of the sun. Really important. I won't keep saying this a lot, but good advice to wear a hat. Drink lots of water. We got badges from City Hall, and we did that because they're available if you have birthdays or if you have anniversaries, and then they write on there your name, and when it's not your birthday, they will write the occasion on it. So we had anniversary written on that, and we also saw the Princess Waltz. That would have been really, really hot as part of the day, so we would have lathered on sun cream. Factor 50, and and then later on we got a little bit more sort of dressed up because we went for food at Agrabah. Now, my favourite part of the day was when we met Alice and the Mad Hatter. Though when we joined the queue, it was just Alice, and we did have a few people, some people trying to push in front of us, and also we did let a family behind us go first because they had been waiting a while, and the cast member seemed so grateful. Well, was definitely grateful because she then gave us this slip of paper, which allowed us to get a free pin each. Sorry, a key ring. Sorry, and also an ice cream each, which was really nice. That made it quite magical. We were quite pleased with that. And so you might remember from our previous video where I mentioned about the Chip and Dale keychain that we saw in the shop, and that's when we actually went and bought that. So we've now got on our lanyards. That is, we each have this key ring, and it actually is magnetic, so that the acorn that they're holding, half of each sort of joins together. It's really quite sweet. Yes, and as is normal, we then watched the parade and then had to sort of dash very quickly, excuse me, over to Agrabah, where we ate again, and we had a cheeky glass of wine with food to celebrate. And then we then went to see the dragon for our anniversary, French time, which is just after 6 o'clock. And then we took photos with Archimedes. Now, I think it's Archimedes, not the owl from Sleeping Beauty. They look quite similar anyway. So, but I love Archimedes and Sword in the Stone. And then we also saw this really adorable duck down by the river in Fantasyland, which had at that point dried up, and also actually when we went this time as well, it sort of dried up. But you see a lot of ducks, and Pan's made the observation that they don't seem to poo much, or at least not that you can see. So maybe there's special genetic mutated ducks that just don't poo. Who knows? We actually, I think we watched the Waltz a second time that day, just because we do really like it, and then we did the the car thing, which the auto thingy. I can't remember the name. I want to say autonomy. It's not Autopia. Thanks. It's good to have a little bird to point you in the right direction. A prompt. So we did that, and I was driving, which is quite ironic since I actually don't have a driving license, whereas Pans does. And then we also went to Harrington's, and this is when we started to think, pins. pins, because that was, I believe, when we first saw like some of the Pride pins as well. Oh, you got a Mickey head, and you got sort of Pride colours across that. So that's when our love for pins really started. And then we went later on. We went to Cafe Fantasia, and Glotinis were had. And we saw Geppetto and Hook coming out of Inventions as well. And then we went into and actually used the Disneyland Paris hotel lift, which we felt very, very naughty doing. And unfortunately, we did actually miss Illuminations that night, but we were there for quite a few nights. So that was actually interesting, actually watching it from the hotel. Sadly, not in the Castle Club, where apparently you actually get all the music pumped in and you get a really good view over, though that is a goal of mine to be able to witness it there once. And it was actually on that day that, if you see on our Instagram pic, our Instagram profile, that's actually where we took the photo, our first photo on there. I believe it's still the same one. And then, as is customary in the early hours, we took pictures outside the hotel. And then we went back home and then probably passed out. Because, you know, long Disney day, and it does make us quite tired. So yeah, that was a very special day, especially since we were able to be in Disneyland on our actual anniversary. So I was very grateful for how the cast members. There was somebody wishing us congratulations, because 10 years, you know, it is a special kind of, you know, anniversary. So it's really lovely to do. Anyway, that's enough. That's enough. That's all from us. And someone here is probably gonna have his ears taken off, not his real ones, and be put to sleep for a bit. Right. See you later.